And so you have left the cavern, Renaigse. And here you are again.
I have no idea why you suddenly decided to shut us in there. But it matters little. I must know what second seed is required to open the door to the sanctuary. Now, more than ever, we must find Vinbar. He slew Katasak, and he holds my cousin captive.
Vinbar would not have killed Katasak. He respected him. And why would he bother with your cousin?
I have no idea why, but I know this to be true. The Tiana Hakkadactus revealed this to me. Would you accuse her of lying?
No. You are the one who lies like all the other Renaigse. And I thought that I could trust you. I should never have let you enter the cavern. And even less have allowed you to leave there alive. Eight more!
Maybe anyone can protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Now that we have both seeds, the ritual should work. King Vinbar! Why? Constantine didn't do anything. He has never sought to wrong your people in any way.
Like a worm he burrows. You are so naive. You cannot see with my eyes. Enol Milfrichtimin saw the wound. From atop the volcano, he warned me of the danger. Fed by bitterness, driven by desire, taking without giving, he will be the end of us all.
You have gone completely mad.
Take it! You are too blind, too Renaigse to understand.
Leave him!
Maybe
Enough! Free him!
I cannot. O source of life!
Free him! Oh, damn it!
Your cousin is probably freed from his stone prison.
You're right. Let's go see him, quick. Constantine! Wake up, please! I beg you! Hang on. We are bringing you home to get you healed. 3 days have passed since we returned. I need to go to the palace to see if Constantine has finally awoken.
You should get some rest. You're not being reasonable.
To hell with reason. I've rested long, and I'm well enough.
You've just barely woken from a stupor that had you on death's doorstep. The affairs of state can certainly wait another day. Let me...
Thank you, my lady, but I am amazingly well. You can take leave of me with no fear, I assure you.
He just escaped a deathly sleep, and here he is, ready to conquer the world. Your cousin is exasperating.
What now? Are you going to scold me as well?
No. I'm just relieved to see you're still alive.
I'm quite relieved myself, actually. Thank you, fair cousin. Without you, I would be dead thrice, wouldn't I? Or is it the 4th time? If we start counting the time you stopped me from climbing the ramparts of Serene, we'd be up to 5 times now.
It's unbelievable. You feel no pain whatsoever. And your complexion.
I haven't even taken a look at myself. Is the improvement visible?
I would not go that far. How is it that... What happened?
Don't make that face. It's merely a major miracle. Come on now. I'm gonna tell you everything. We have been waiting for your return. I knew you would do everything in your power. I have always trusted you. But Katasak feared that I would not hold on long enough. He spoke to me about a ritual that would help me. I was excited about it, and in spite of all that has happened, I don't regret following him. We went to the ancient site, a place full of magic. I followed his instructions, and all of a sudden, what an incredible sensation. I felt better than I have ever felt, cousin. Alas, we had very little time to celebrate. Cries came to our ears, and beasts jumped all over us. We fled for a while, as other soldiers fought through, creating a path to join us. But I can see from your face that you know this already.
Indeed. Once on the ritual site, I followed your tracks and deduced what had happened. Tell me more about this ritual. What did it consist of?
It is, I think, a ritual that the Donegada practice to bind themselves to the island.
Donegada? Katasak taught you their language?
Just a few words. He wanted me to learn, to understand, but we had so little time. So we visited this infamous site, where he prepared for me a sort of potion. What ceremony! I had to cut my hand in front of an enormous stone, and there, a gigantic beast came and started circling around me. It was incredible. I truly felt a bond with that place. Like a wave came through me, as if the power of the island was running through my veins. It was marvelous. And now I am Onol Manawi, like you. Even if the Malachor left me a few of its marks.
Do you have any idea why he didn't kill you? Like the others?
No, not really. It seemed like he was trying to tell me something, though. He spoke about isolating me from the world, that I couldn't return to the Earth. It made absolutely no sense. But aren't you happy that he let me live?
Don't speak foolishly. Of course. I just want to understand. It seems that Vimbar was targeting you specifically. Did he say anything to you?
I was still very weak, and most of the time he whispered in his own language. It seemed that he was speaking to someone and following his orders. But there was no one other than us, cousin. The crazy madman must have been hearing voices. But you had to encounter the god of the island, didn't you? How was Enon Mil Frictumen?
Yes, I passed a trial for that. But the only one who could guide me to the sanctuary is dead.
Oh no. Do not tell me.
And yes, only the High King can open the sanctuary, according to Glendan. I have no choice but to return to see him. I'm certain they are going to name a successor.
Greenblood, my friend. Glad to see you. I'd like to talk to you about something.
I'm listening.
Remember that note we found in Rolf's office?
Of course. The one that said the recruits had been sent to different governors.
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. Herman. Somebody I'd hoped never to cross paths with again. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, he has done an incredible amount of damage to the Guard. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done. I know that he's in San Mateus.
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Reyna and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on me. What do you plan to do?
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's part of the Red Sun Regiment now. He's loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the coup was dismantled.
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The Guard's reputation has suffered enough from Torsten's scheming, and he has connections in high places. I'm sure he has many supporters.
What are you getting at? Are you going to kill him yourself? If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it. And I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid of him without anyone finding out.
Remember that we are talking about San Mateus. We should get rid of your major in broad daylight.
What kind of twisted scheme have you come up with now, old fox?
We need to ensure that he falls into the hands of the Ordo Luminous. They love burning people at the stake, and they don't care too much about who ends up in the flames.
The Inquisitor isn't very fond of us. I doubt we'd be able to convince him.
Haven't I taught you anything, my child? Every man has his weaknesses, including Aloysius. I could help you convince him if you'd like.
I hate those burnings. But Herman, he may be the only one who really deserves it. We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the Law of Silence has on the Guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to. She knows everybody.
All right then, agreed. Let's start by going to see her.
Ah, Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well. I will find out. No, thank you.
What can I pour for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problem.
And he sends you? I didn't think a legate would act in person. I'll explain. Alcohol, our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent...
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative siege. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods. Can you believe it? If even customs are
This is all rather suspicious. Hello, Commander.
Lady Desade. And Kurt, I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you this post, not I. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not. How can I be of service to you?
We're here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinde.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal now. When will this story be finished? I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people support him.
I know. He'd probably get away with it. Everyone loves the heroic Major. No, we thought of another way. The Ordo Luminis.
You want to have them burned as heretics?
If he'd been caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think that's any less painful?
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. You have both. But promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance after this.
You have my word. We just need your help to find Herman. He's been hiding since the failed coup.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the corporal in charge of the prisons. I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help you, he will.
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminis keeps its prisoners in the prisons of the Guard.
In fact, if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, you could bring Herman there directly. I'll write you a letter for the corporal. Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinde.
You're welcome. And don't forget your promise, Kurt.
It's blocked.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Sir, Commander Sieglinde wrote this letter to you.
I wasn't expecting that. Even though I never really liked the Major, the Commander is asking me to do all I can to assist you in your mission. So what can I do for you?
We are looking for the Major. We know that he was posted here.
Yes, and officially he still is. But I haven't seen him for some time. Following the coup, he was probably expecting us to go after him. The only people he may have told about his hiding place are his lieutenants. Those two are his henchmen.
I see. Well, we'll just have to go and interrogate them.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure he ends up in an Ordo Luminous jail?
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? That's a bit extreme. Listen, I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why's that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, they'll want to know why. And they will surely take it out on the Inquisition, which could end badly.
You're not wrong, Corporal. What do you suggest?
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood.
So you need sleeping potions. Is that right?
Yes, to put my men to sleep. That would seem the best way of doing it.
Perfect. And then?
When you have your man, let me know, and I'll do the rest. Anything else?
We should go.
Goodbye.
What do you want now?
We've come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really? I'm listening.
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed to terrible crimes.
Has he professed heresy? Venerated one of the demonic creatures worshipped by the savages?
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths, and was one of Torsten's supporters.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor and take her place.
These truly are crimes. But they have nothing to do with the Ordo Luminous. You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to have him drawn and quartered. You should leave me now. Your lack of faith has already been proven in the past. I don't know why you even came to see me.
Come now, Aloysius. Are you going to let this regrettable incident obscure your judgment?
Incident? You call the obvious lack of faith of your protégé and her behavior an incident?
A momentary error, nothing else. Which she largely made up for by denouncing the commander's plot. To think that without her, San Mateus would be in the hands of faithless, lawless mercenaries, and that we would no longer have any chance of guiding this island towards the light.
You always know how to shine the best light on the situation, don't you?
I came to see you in particular, because I know how much you value justice. I know that political machinations have no hold over you. This man nearly plunged your entire city into chaos. Yet he got away with it with impunity. Only you can make sure he receives the punishment he deserves.
It would seem that despite your past mistakes, you are sometimes rather prescient. A traitor of this kind shouldn't be able to get away with it. And I wouldn't let myself be corrupted. I can't have your man publicly arrested without raising too many questions. But if you arrange for him to come to one of our jails discreetly, I'll make sure justice is delivered. The felon will receive the punishment he deserves on behalf of the glorious Enlightened.
May he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon find this man in your jail.
Anything else?
Nothing. It's all right.
Remember that the Enlightened...
Now that everything is ready, we should go find these lieutenants.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice.
Soldiers! Everyone outside! That's an order!
But, Captain, with all due respect, you're not in our regiment.
We're supposed to stay here, Captain. We must guard the barracks.
I believe that the rank of Captain of the Guard counts regardless of regiment, soldiers. Especially when the said captain reports directly to Commander Sieglinder.
If it's an order from the commander, we'd better obey, guys.
Oh, sorry, Captain. We didn't mean to disobey you. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
You're far from your regiment, Captain. What do you want?
We're looking for Major Herman. I was told you'd know where to find him.
The Major? He must be on a mission somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Lieutenant. I'd be sorry to see you arrested as an accomplice.
Listen, Captain. We really don't know what you're talking about. As for your threats, you're not our superior. You're not part of our regiment.
Yet we're here with your new commander's blessing. The Major is accused of treason. You'd better tell us where to find him.
Lies. The Major is a righteous man. We'd give our lives for him.
Really? Let's see you do it. So, are you finally ready to tell us where we can find Herman?
We'll never tell you anything.
Stop! You might be ready to die for him, but I'm not. He's in a warehouse, on the port.
The traitor is probably getting ready to leave the island. What do you want to do with these two, Kurt?
Lieutenants, you're under arrest for now. Go to the commander. She'll decide what to do with you.
At your orders, Captain.
Let's find the Major before he escapes.
Here he is!
What the... Kurt? It's been so long. How did you find me?
Does that really matter, Major? You're finally gonna pay for all your evil, your treachery, and your schemes.
Come with us, Major Herman.
If you think I'm gonna give up without a fight, you're wrong. Soldiers! Seize them!
Protect me in this battle!
To the others!
Your magic is
No. What?
You shouldn't be surprised. After all, I owe my talents to you.
Let's lock him up. The Inquisitor will do the rest. Kurt, are you all right?
Yes. Better than ever. You cannot even imagine how much I hated that piece of filth.
What did he do to you?
As you may have guessed, I suffered the same treatment as Reyna. The only difference is that I survived, and there's even more. Believe me, I'm glad that these memories went up in flames along with that bastard. Thank you, Greenblood. Thank you for helping me as I go through all this. I'll never forget it.
Desade, I'd like to discuss something with you.
I'm listening.
My colleagues are only interested in the physiology of the islanders and consider everything else to be superstitions. However, if we want to understand how they are transforming, we need to take a look at their culture. The potions they drink, the dyes they use are surely the source of their physical changes.
Why not talk about it with Siora? It seems to me that she would be the best one to help you.
Siora is very suspicious of me. She will never betray the secrets of the Doneigada. But I was told about a place of ritual called Kurganau, decorated with carvings and offerings. By studying them, I hope to better understand what is possibly the greatest mystery of this century. But they call it a dangerous place and I cannot go alone. Will you accompany me?
Very well. Understanding these transformations will surely be useful.
Thank you, Desade. I knew I could count on you. Let's go. We must help these young people.
Hold on! Help is on its way!
Maybe enlightenment protect me in this battle! Your magic is running out! Take a potion! Your armor is falling apart!
You were lucky. Without our presence here.
Yes. Blessed be the earth that has brought you to us at this time.
Ewan, I was touched. I am hurt.
Oh no! Morian!
These creatures are venomous. If their venom has come into contact with her blood, this young woman does not have long.
And we are too far from the village to seek help. How are we going to save her?
I know a potion that will erase the effects of the venom.
I have a vial of it in my bag. Hold on.
Thank you. Truly the best winds have brought you to us.
Here, drink this.
Don't worry. It'll heal you.
Morian, what do you feel?
I feel the pain leaving me.
She is saved. You have great wisdom. May the trees always bear fruits on your journey. You have saved Morian.
It was nothing. I'm glad I could help you.
You are different from other Renaigse. You know the potions. But what were you looking for here?
We came to study this place, the carvings in particular.
This is one of our places of ritual. A place of connection. What do you hope to learn from our carvings?
I seek to understand the mechanisms of your transformations. I think these carvings could help with this.
You seek the secrets of the Donegada. You should speak with Armal.
Yes, his name is Dunkas. He is also our Donegad, and his wisdom is boundless.
Here is someone who should be able to answer all your questions, Afra.
Let us go then. We will have time to discuss on the way.
I have so many questions about this place, about the rituals that take place here.
Bertir to ma, Donkas. These Renaigse saved my life.
What happened?
We were meditating at the sacred circle in Kerganau, and we were attacked. Morian was poisoned, and they gave her a potion.
Really? We are not yet used to the Renaigse doing something without expecting something in return. You should go and meditate now. I have to talk to them.
They are different from the others. I'm sure of it.
I hear your gratitude, Morian. It honors you. Now go. Leave us. Here you are again, Renaigse. Thank you for saving Morian. It was a kind gesture.
Please. We couldn't let her die without doing anything.
This feeling brings you honor.
But what were you doing near our sacred circle in Kerganau?
It was me who led my friends there. I was hoping to study the circle to better understand your culture.
Loyans always want the same thing. They covet our secrets to better steal our land, to better hurt our children.
Calm now. Perhaps this Loyaness is different from the others. Maybe we were wrong about them too.
I'm not trying to conquer your island, let alone hurt anyone. I just want to know.
A noble quest that could perhaps bring peace, but to which I cannot answer alone. I cannot reveal such secrets without seeking advice from the Order Donegada. But in order to thank you for saving one of our daughters, stay with us tonight. Eat and celebrate life. Maybe by sharing this joyous moment, you will learn something.
We accept your invitation. Isn't that right, Dasade?
Of course. Thank you for welcoming us, Dunkus.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I must leave.
I will...
I'm sorry. You look disappointed.
I did not expect your Donegad to reveal all its secrets to us, but I would have loved to learn more.
Perhaps you should be patient. It takes years to understand the mysteries of the Donegada, and since you are staying with us tonight, it will be an opportunity to continue learning.
That's what I hope.
Thank you for welcoming us tonight. We had a good time.
Yes. It was very enlightening.
We are glad that you stayed with us. We too have learned from you.
Your face brims with thoughts, Afra. Is something wrong?
It's nothing. Probably just tiredness.
We should all rest. It has been a long day. May your dreams be wonderful.
Good night.
May the moon watch over your dreams.
Is something wrong?
Dunkus wasn't here tonight, yet he's the one who invited us to stay. I also saw one of the elders sneaking out of the village.
You think they're hiding something from us?
I don't know. But since they don't want to share their knowledge with us, let's try to follow them.
I hope you know what you're doing. We shouldn't get angry with Dunkus.
If we remain unseen, everything will be fine. Let's go before we lose their trail. Here they are. Let's try not to be detected.
Who's there? You! Why'd you follow us?
There's no point in hiding anymore.
Why have you followed us?
We saw you leave and followed, hoping to find Dunkus.
Are you worried about us? Don't talk nonsense. They wish to learn more. Always more.
We have no bad intentions. We just want to understand.
Follow us. Dunkus will decide. Here we are, Dunkus.
I see that. But why are there a Naixe with you?
They followed us. They hope to learn something by observing us.
Their curiosity compels them so much that they will not leave us until we answer their questions.
Good summary of the situation. Our methods may be intrusive, but I need answers.
You will have some. but I'm not sure you'll like what you hear. Well, since you absolutely want to learn, do as the apprentices do. Take a seat. And be quiet. We are here to meditate, to hear the voice of the earth. Because the wind has changed.
Close to us, our weakness dearie. You were right. Johan is ready. Morian's trial has made her more sensitive.
She is his Minundanem, and he is hers. One cannot progress without the other. She will have to bring him to the Cave of Knowledge. This will be his last trial before creating the bond.
May their path be gentle and shielded. As for me, I hear the call ever louder, Dunkas.
And the day the call is loud enough, you will respond just like each of us. But it's not yet time for you to join in on Milfrictemen. So, Afra, are you satisfied with what you saw?
It was informative, although it's not what I expected. Thank you, Dunkas. This meeting was strange. It almost seemed like they really heard voices in the wind.
Maybe it's true.
Some believe so strongly that they end up hearing or seeing what they hope for.
Have you learned what you wanted to?
What they said about these young people we helped out, about the fact they were ready to bind themselves. We have a unique opportunity of seeing a transformation with our very own eyes.
But we can't follow them wherever they go.
No, of course not. I must think on it. Come back and talk to me later.
Good day, Glendan.
Beort Tirtomat, currents of Katasach. We learned of his death. Andevosht Tire.
Alas, his was not the only tragic loss. Your High King Vinbar is also dead. He was taken by folly. He went away into the mountains after killing Katasak and capturing my cousin. Nothing I could say would allow him to see reason.
Are you telling me that you were the one who killed him? Kertonsidag. What happened? How could a friend of Katasak do such a horrible thing?
I am sorry, but your High King did not leave me the choice. He was about to kill my cousin, and then he attacked me. He was becoming a guardian, a Nadaig. Perhaps it was for that reason he lost possession of his wits.
I believe you. You have sufficiently proven your friendship. But something escapes me. Why? Why would Vinbar have done such a thing? His offering to Tia Fradi does not justify what he did.
You know that I wished to see Enon Milfrichteman, and he was the only one with the power to allow me to do so. I would not have caused his death voluntarily. Believe me, I am just as sorry as you.
Undivorced, Tire. We will celebrate his memory as well as those of all the members of our council that have fallen. Bloodnit, Katasak, and now our High King. These are dark times, but in spite of our mourning, we must elect a new High King. The children of Tiefradi cannot remain without a guide. All the more so in these troubled times. I will notify the Mal of all the clans, so that they may know to travel here.
Who has a chance of being elected, in your opinion?
Deirdre is powerful, and many clans would follow her. The wisdom of Dunkas will also attract support from many. And there is also Ulan, a clever fox who is very capable of convincing the entire world with his honey-dripping words.
Deirdre, Dunkas, and Ulan. I must convince them to help me if they are elected.
I suppose. I must begin the preparations. You must leave now.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelem seg.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge and what it contains. I could probably go alone, but just think about what you could learn, and not only about yourself. Don't you want to understand where your face markings come from?
You were right, Afra. I will accompany you.
Thank you, Desade. Let's return to Dunkas's village. Our new friends will surely be able to tell us more about this cave.
We are happy to see you again. You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course. What do you want?
When we participated in the Dunkas meditation, he spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very sacred place. Only those who will become Donegada may enter there.
That's right, Year One. But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Dunkus will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're probably right.
Look for the entrance in the Vet Hadganadu. Entering there will not be easy, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself. Like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with. At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
This stone and this door remind me of the place where the Tiana Hakkadactors went into hiding.
You're right. We'll probably have to use a seed here as well.
But we don't know which.
Spoke the truth. We'll be rich soon. Hey! What are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast!
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area. But perhaps you could tell us exactly what you're doing here.
You look like nobility. And we don't want any trouble. We also are, explorers. We discover secret places. That type of thing.
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the Islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you'd better leave.
Listen. I don't want to worry you, but you are taking a big risk by staying around here. When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, they will come for him. You can imagine what will happen then.
Yeah, you're not wrong. With the time it will take to craft enough explosives, we may end up with a whole tribe after us. Never mind, guys. We're leaving, fast!
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge. There. Place the seed on the stone.
The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest.
It seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone. And one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives.
Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daiga ni dau. A yigi dames etier como lei.
Cair to, Morian, ages radai de radi dauem tairger began.
Cau den nes greta como lei. Nas oltargo tu, vreg de tet mad advad. Abud antadabem me en ekekam. No ada holeg.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them.
You again. Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus. But I really want to attend Yewan's ritual. I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have so much left to understand.
If you are one of ours, Afra, I would be flattered to have such an inquisitive and resolute apprentice. You can attend the ritual, but promise me that you will be discreet. No Renaigse ever had this honor before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust, Duncas. How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as well.
It's only natural to be afraid, Yerwan. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
Times really must have changed for some Renaigse to attend our rituals.
These are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onal Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been.
You should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Duncas has accepted your presence.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinalmanawi were abducted. You seem different from the other Zafra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Duncas, I swear.
I believe you. Otherwise, you would not be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
Arwich Nestiri, Adesta Marar Mam.
Meneda, Meneda, Meneda. You are an Onal Manawi now, Yawan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides, like a real Donegad.
Thank you, Duncas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about you, Afra? Did you find the answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Duncas.
We are under attack.
May the shadow engulf our enemies! Be careful, my friend. You need healing. The magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies!
You should drink a potion!
Your curiosity, Afra, has saved lives. If it weren't for you, people from my village would have been abducted or killed. I am infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been easy.
Indeed. These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Asili. I was his student for a long time before I realized that this man's methods were questionable. He was so obsessed with his goals that he became cruel. But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting people for his experiments.
You think that the Onol Manawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I am certain of it. And I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the lions are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, Desade. You opened my eyes.